Hello, class 7th. Welcome back. Let's continue your online class. Today we'll be reading chapter number 5, the Vijayanagar and the Bahmani kingdoms. Now, Vijayanagar and Bahmani kingdom. When Delhi Sultanate, when the Sultanate period, in last chapter in lesson number 3, lesson number 4 we are not doing this time. Lesson number 3 we studied about Delhi Sultanate. After the disintegration of the Sultanate of Delhi provided an opportunity for the rise of a number of kingdoms in the south. A number of kingdoms in the south. And among these, a number of kingdoms, Bahmani and Vijayanagar were two. Okay, but what they used to do? These two kingdoms continuously they used to fight with each other. Ultimately, much of their resources were exhausted in wars, and this gave rise to coming a new power on the horizon of India, namely Mughals. After this, when these two kingdoms declined, Mughal empire was founded in India. The Vijayanagar kingdom was founded by Harihar and Bukkarai. They were the founder of Vijayanagar kingdoms. They expanded the Vijayanagar empire, then comprised the whole of the southern India. See, this is the area of Vijayanagar kingdom. You can see here. Okay, this was the area conquered by the rulers of Vijayanagar kingdom. And Mysore, Tungbhadra, the river Tungbhadra, here you can see Tungbhadra here, river Tungbhadra covering the present territories of Chennai and Mysore up to Cape Comorin. See, Mysore here in Karnataka and Tungbhadra, it was the area of Vijayanagar kingdom. After Harihar, first Harihar ruled, and then Bukkarai, he ruled till 1377 AD. Vijayanagar became an important center of Hindu civilization and culture in South India. Now, Krishnadev Raya, one of the important rulers of Vijayanagar kingdom was Krishnadev Raya. Krishnadev Raya's rule was characterized by expansion and consolidation. This was the time when the land between the Tungbhadra and Krishna rivers, the rulers of Odisha, were subdued and severe defeats were inflicted in the Sultan of Bijapur. Krishnadev Raya is credited with the building some fine temples and adding impressive gopurams. Gopurams means this, you can see gopurams, entrance of Hindu temple. Entrance of Hindu temple, that is called Gopuram. Entrance of Hindu temple, that is called what? Gopuram. Now, causes of the conflict and the battle of Talikot in 1565. This question is very important. When was the battle of Talikot fought? When? 1565 AD. Why? What was the reasons behind it? What were the reasons behind it? Both the kingdoms claimed the Raichur Doab lying between the Krishna and the Tungabhadra river due to what? Due to its fertility and rich produce. The land near river is fertile. That's why they both territories wanted to get the land. Both of them wanted to have Golconda. Golconda, it has diamond mines. That's why they both the territories wanted to conquer this. Both of them were interested to control the whole peninsula. Control the whole peninsula. It was Bahmani kingdom. It is Bahmani kingdom, and this is Vijayanagar. They both wanted to conquer the whole peninsula. Peninsula, meaning of peninsula, a land which is surrounded three sides by water and connected one side by land. This is called peninsula, and they both wanted, Vijayanagar wanted to conquer Bahmani and Bahmani wanted to conquer Vijayanagar so that they could control the whole peninsula. Let's see, this will help you to remember the Vijayanagar kingdom. Founder Harihar and Pukka Rai, two brothers. The most important king Krishna Dev Rai. He died in 1529 AD. Battle of Talikot was fought in 1565. The result, Battle of Talikot was fought in 1565 AD, and Bahmani kingdom defeated Vijayanagar kingdom. It means the winner of this battle was Bahmani kingdom. Okay. Administration under the Vijayanagar rulers. Administration means how rulers used to rule, they used to style of ruling, which funda they used to follow. In the kingdom of Vijayanagar, the king was all powerful in civil, military and judicial. King was powerful in all these field, in civil or in military or in judicial matter. The king maintained a splendid court. Splendid means here it is given excellent or very good, the meaning of splendid, which was attended by nobles, priestmen, men of learning, astrologers, musicians, etc. The empire or the state was divided into kattams. Kattams means district. Our state is divided into district. Same thing. It was called kattam. Okay, kattams. And kattams were under control of the governor. The tehsils comprise a group of villages A tehsil contained a group of villages, and there was panchayat system in the villages. The king was the highest court of appeal. After that, if king has given judgment, after that person cannot appeal anywhere. That was the final decision. For the criminal cases, punishments were very severe. The land revenue was main source of income, although other taxes were also levied. The earned revenue was spent for the prosperity of the kingdom. Italian traveler Niccolo Conti and Persian traveler Abdul Razak visited Vijayanagar in 1420. 1420, Niccolo Conti visited 1420, and Abdul Razak, he visited 1443 AD. Had praised the kingdom of its all-round progress and prosperity. They also praised the kingdom and all-round progress and prosperity. Now, social conditions. Though the Brahmins possessed great influence in all matters. It means Brahmins, they got the better position, such as religious, social, and even political. Yet the people of all castes were happy and prosperous. Women also respected and well treated. They could take part in political and literary field. But sati, polygamy and child marriage were common. Here in temple building, they continued. They continued the rulers of Vijayanagar kingdom. They continued the tradition and the styles of Chalukyas, Cholas, and Pandyas. That's all for the day. We will continue this chapter in next video. Thank you.